Hello, it is the Mad King Product that's bringing you the final impressions I get from the finale of the Naruto series. Now, of course, chapter 699, just kind of a wrap-up of everything. The Sasuke-Naruto battle is over. Sakura and Kakashi come in. Sakura heals their wounds since they got their arms blown off. And it pretty much wraps up with Sasuke having an inner monologue about Naruto and how they're connected and all of that. So, things we kind of understood there. Then it transitions over to when they get back to the village, when all the people are freed from the Ghetto Maza. Sasuke is leaving out on his own. Of course, Sakura's trying to go with him. He says he has to do this by himself. But no, he thanks her for everything she's done and heads off. Then Naruto meets him soon afterwards and hands him back his headband that he got from the end of their first battle. And that's pretty much chapter 699 in a nutshell. And chapter 700, the final chapter, is where we get the I don't remember how many years it was. Pretty much all the events that happened years afterward, when they're all grown up, having kids of their own, paired up, all of that. And we see a lot of the pairings we already knew. Naruto and Hinata. Finally, people can shut up about that. Ino and Sai. Let's see, Shikamaru and, I just saw her name. What was it? Tamari. And they all have little kids running around. Shikamaru and Tamari have a Shikadai, I believe his name is. Shikadai. Sai and Ino have a little girl. Let's see. Lee has a kid. They didn't say who he's partnered up with. Let's see, Tenten, they didn't show that she had a kid, but she had a weapons shop. That, oddly enough, she has the forbidden weapons in the shop that say not for sale. Why she would just have them sitting in plain sight, I have no idea, but fuck it, no point in questioning it now. Let's see, we see Naruto has 2 kids. I always assumed he would have 1, but he has a son named Bolt, just like him, and a daughter whose name, I can't remember what her name was. It was, I can't remember what the daughter's name was, but it looks dead like Hinata. But here's the thing that confused me. Neither of them had the Byakugan. Neither of them. They all had... I'm going to look that up, because Bolt, I know, didn't. But I can't remember if Hinata, if the daughter did or not. 2 seconds. Oh yeah, before I forget about that, they also showed what was his name? Shikamaru's mentor. I cannot remember anyone's name. Let's see. No. Here we go. Now you see, it's hard to tell because she has a pupil. She has the same color scheme as the Byakugan, but she has a pupil. So I don't know if that's a Byakugan or if she just has that color of eye. I don't really know. What about Bolt? What is his? Yeah, Bolt is the same exact way. He has the same exact color scheme, but he has a pupil. Yeah, just like Naruto. Same exact eye scheme. So does that mean they don't have the Byakugan? Because Hinata has it, and it's a bloodline trait, so they should have it. But have they just not activated it, or is it kind of like the Sharingan now, where they can activate at will? I mean, what's going on there? But then, of course, you see Guy and Kakashi, old. And apparently Guy's stuck to a wheelchair now. And, oh, I forgot to mention this. We already know this because of the last movie, that Kakashi becomes the 6th Hokage, and Naruto is the 7th. Let's see, what else was there? Of course, all the pairings, Ino and Sai, Naruto and Sakura, Choji, and some woman I have no idea who she is. I believe we've seen her before, but I cannot for the life of me remember who she is. And they have a little kid running around, and of course, Shikacho, Next Generation. Then there was Rock Lee had a kid, didn't say who he was paired with. Kiba is partnered up with someone, but I have no idea who she is. I don't have the slightest clue. Let's see. Oh, and of course, as they pretty much made obvious from the end of chapter 699, Sakura and Sasuke are a thing, and they have a daughter with the name Solida, I believe it's pronounced. And of course, Naruto's son Bolt, completely the same as he was at the beginning of the series. And you can just see Solida in the background just glaring at him. And you just see this for like half the panels Bolt's in at the beginning of the series. And you can see that she's following him around. Then you find out she's Sakura's daughter. And she aged pretty well, I'll say that. She looks like a housewife now, which is very confusing because I don't really know what they were going for on that one, but that's the impression I got. She had like the maid type bandana thing going on with a little duster stick thing. So is she just reduced to a common housewife at this point? If her and Sasuke are even married, I don't even know. But then of course, Solida, I like her character. I really do, because she comes off as presentable, well-dressed, the glasses, permanent scowl, like she's irritated by everyone, and she ends up talking like that, of course. But then, of course, she's talking about how Bolt is an idiot, and how he reminds her of how Dad and Naruto were like. And then you pan over to Sasuke, and he looks exactly like young Madara. I was just like, oh, they went there. Yes, they went there. I was hoping they would. He looks exactly like a young Madara. I love that. And of course, he's off doing his own thing, scouring the planet, all that whole thing he's trying to do. And of course, it's the Gokage Summit in the Leaf Village this time. And this caught me by surprise. I don't know how many people caught it, but Naruto was using a laptop. A laptop. I didn't know they had laptops in Naruto. It confused me for a good while. I'm just sitting there staring at the panel going, a laptop. A fucking laptop. Okay. And of course, there were a couple empty cups of ramen. Big shocker there. And he aged pretty well, I'll say that. And of course, Gokage Summit coming on. What does Bolt do? Same damn thing as his dad, and paints all over the Kage faces. Then of course Naruto stops him. They have a little father-son moment thing going on. And then for the rest of it, it's just seeing a bunch of the reoccurring people like the previous Gokage, how they've all aged. They're all still alive and kicking, especially Anuki. He was shaking like a leaf, saying he couldn't move much anymore. But he's still alive and kicking. I thought that was weird. But of course, new Gokage come around with Naruto. And then Killer B, we just see him sitting on a hill somewhere, or like a waterfall type deal. Then it just pans over to him sitting on top of the Eight Tails. And of course, Eight Tails is just being like, Killer B's like, we should go see Naruto at some point. We haven't seen him in a while. And Eight Tails was like, well, he is busy. He's not just sitting around like you are. I thought that was funny. But that confused me, because this is the end of the series, and they're talking, and all of the current Kage, including Naruto, talk about how they're constantly busy. What are they busy about? I mean, it's the end of the series. So what do they have to be busy about? Until the only thing I can think of is this thing I'm going to bring up last, which they said very slightly at the end of the chapter. Then of course Naruto meets up late, and then they just start the meeting, and it does like this end shot thing where it talks about how there used to be a fox spirit with 9 tails trapped and was sealed inside of this person. It turned out to be the 7th Hokage. And then at the end of that, it said the thanks for reading for 15 years. And then it said volume 72 will come out February, I believe it was. And then it said, and soon afterwards, ellipses. And then at the very bottom of the screen, it said that, or the very bottom of the page, my bad, it said how a new series called, hold on, I have it written down here, Taikujo no Agiha. Yeah, Taikujo no Agiha. By, I don't remember what the guy's name who's making it, but I'm assuming since they added that in at the end of this, it's either one of two things. Either A, a completely new series that they're just promoting at the end of this, or B, it's the continuation of Naruto from somebody else, and it's just going to follow along the kids. Which I wouldn't be too upset about, because some of these I'm actually quite interested in. Primarily Salada, because her character in and of itself just seems very interesting to me from like the few bits we've gotten of her. Along with Ino and Sai's kid, that seems like it'd be a thing. Of course, the Ino Shikacho of this generation, that seems like it'd be pretty worthwhile following. So, plus, kind of interesting to see how all the older people would fit in. You know, like Kakashi and Guy, they're old, you know, just sitting in some place talking. So it'd be kind of interesting to see what happens with them while following the new generation. So if that does happen, okay. If it doesn't happen, okay. Series is over. You know, either way would be perfectly fine with me. But then, I love this. My final note. Near the end of the chapter, you see the graffiti that Bolt draws on Naruto's statue face. Right where the center of the headband would be, you just see the One Piece logo. I was laughing so fucking hard when I saw that. I was just like, fucking One Piece and Naruto. That's rich, man. I mean, I don't know if that's cross-promotion. I don't know if he's gonna go work with Oda or something. I mean, I don't know what all that's about, but I just think it's funny. So that's, overall, let's see, final thoughts. Overall, it was an enjoyable series, a less enjoyable arc. You know, I'm very glad I followed along with it. And it is sad to see that it is over with. Yes, we have the final movie coming out, but we already know the end result of it all. So overall, I'm saying I'm content with this ending. You know, I'm happy with it. So before I start rambling, this is the Macking Paradox that's signing out, and I will see you all for whatever I do next.